Me Too movement, bullying, whatever it is. Everyone has to give the 3 T's. You got to give your time, you got to give your talent, you got to give your treasure. Because it's not good enough to not be the problem. That was a mistake by many that a lot are now apologizing for.
Exactly. In a nutshell. Everybody at a point was, hey, I'm not part of the problem. It's not my problem. I didn't do anything. That's why you getting motherfuckers that feeling a little butt hurt talking about why should I apologize for something that happened 300 years ago. And it's like, it didn't happen 300 years ago. It never stopped.
Exactly.
It
Still
never
going
stopped.
on.
It's still going. Kind of off with that, but I do have another clip that this is my boy Wiley, Marcus Wiley, actually, from Speak for Yourself.
From that show.
Yeah, that
watch,
Jason
sports
Whitlock
show
used to be on.
Yeah,
and I like this because they're talking about. I named the clip the Wiley Challenge, and they're talking about, okay, all this is great and dandy, but what now?
Mm-hmm.
And mainly from the NFL perspective, they're talking about it, but also kind of applying some of it like they normally do to just life in general.
Right.
So I'll let it play and then I'll provide commentary.
Oh.
Yeah. Playing commentary.
And you don't think?
That's answering the question. But let's get deeper than just answering this question, because
Get
it's
deeper.
been many and many a years this has been the same problem.
Deep.
The
You
same
wanna go
issue,
deep. I'll take you
and
deep.
nothing has answered it. I want America right now to receive a challenge, which is for America to go out there and walk and chew gum at the same damn time.
Okay.
Like right now, I want to break this down into 3 tiers in terms of those challenges, and everyone is involved in this challenge. The first one is the NFL. NFL, you have a players coalition. You've given over $90+ million to that players coalition. You've given them tremendous support, and you've given them a platform to now let's amplify that voice. And it's an outward, inward challenge that I'm presenting to everybody.
Outward,
in terms
inward.
of the NFL, the outward challenge is to support the player coalition as it protests, as it tries to create policy change. I just signed on to a petition for the players coalition that is going to try its best to.
Actually, that's pretty cool. Just stop it there. In fact, a lot of players have come out and said that they will be kneeling, and a couple of coaches are like, we're going to support that.
Right.
Frankly, I would like for maybe this season, maybe opening day, maybe for a month or something, to kind of like, it would be dope if they did, like, I don't know, maybe color a part of the field or put like something like that in a banner or something like that in the stadium. Just the beginning. But, I do feel like they have to make right for the way that they acted the last time.
Yeah.
And I've been shitting on a lot of Cowboy fans, and I'm going to shit on a lot more. One, because your team sucks.
Yes, they do. Super sucks.
But back when Kaepernick, everybody's on Cap dick right now. Yeah, Cap. But back when Cap was doing what Cap was doing, motherfuckers didn't want to fucking stop watching their football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, and even if they did, they didn't stop buying their paraphernalia. They didn't stop rocking their paraphernalia.
Right.
They didn't stop doing, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
And carried on.
like, these people didn't become damn mega billionaires when I think it was 2000. Oh, fuck, I posted it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But put it this way, in 2000, I'm just gonna throw out a number. I'm gonna say in like 10 or 2001. I think the Cowboys itself was barely over like $100 million in value.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? It definitely was nowhere near a billion.
Wow.
So from 2001 to 2017, it reached over $1 billion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 3-4 billion.
Wow. Okay. Really climbed.
Yeah. And a lot of that is from TV deals. Motherfuckers loving their football. It's from merchandising and selling of all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Only but so many people could go to the games.
Yeah.
So you're not making all that money from games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then for the people that go to game, you got to pay motherfuckers for the game.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? In fact,
That's their salaries.
you use the game to probably pay everybody. Fucking everybody from fucking ticket boy to fucking,
Right.
you know, water boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else probably get, you know, you probably get all your money from, and you pay some of the athletes probably from jerseys and bullshit like that.
Yeah.
The rest of that money, you like, hey, TV deals, ching ching, you know, international deals, ching ching.
Yep. All that's pocket.
Long story short, so they became a juggernaut, the Cowboys. And I'm sure the Giants have as well. I'm sure, you know, Packers, 49ers, all the story teams
Right.
have done their thing and gotten paid. Nobody's starving. But Cap started doing what he was doing in, I think, 2017, 16, 17. And, hey, for the audience, if you're listening to this shit, and I went over this earlier before we had issues, you're going to hear it again.
So suck it.
But basically, he started going through his situation and kneeling in 17. The owners was like, nah, fuck that. A lot of them was behind the scenes, but it was like, fuck that. You ain't doing this shit. Because fans were like, hell no. We ain't accepting this shit. He better stand his ass up. Trump was talking shit.
Yep.
Owners behind the scenes, some of them probably felt like, no, you are disrespecting the flag. Stand the fuck up. But some of them were like, no, you hurt my bottom line. Stand the fuck up.
Right.
But only Jerry Jones, for the most part, was like, publicly, if you don't fucking stand on my fucking team, then you ain't gonna be on my team.
Yep.
In 2017, Cowboys were leading in jersey sales. Even Dez Bryant's jersey was fucking selling. You know what I mean? From 2017 to now, they've increased their wealth by $2 billion. $2 billion. Now they worth like going on $7 billion.
Wow.
The team. You feel me? Back in the day, you could buy a fucking NBA team for like a couple million. Now it's just worth billions.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? When I say back in the day, I'm talking like the 80s and 90s and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's because of the same assholes that's like, we respecting Cap. But you still want your football. You want your football life. You want your football whatever. You didn't boycott.
Yep.
You know, and they got paid. So now it's like, what you gonna do, boys? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Cowboys? What you gonna do, Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
You with it
Yeah.
or nah? You know, what you gonna do, fans? If he's not with it,
Exactly. You're still gonna
you still
keep
rocking
contributing.
you still rocking that star?
Yep.
Because if the star says it's good, then ain't nothing that the other side can say. The other side, they're gonna have to be like, well, fuck, we don't got NASCAR and we don't got NFL. What is we gonna do?
What is we gonna do?
I like that.
In qualified immunity. That gives the police umbrella of coverage and protection that doesn't allow them to feel the full accountability of their actions. I want everyone to understand what that means. The NFL continue to support the player coalition outwardly, but inwardly, it's time to amplify those voices and to hear what those messages really are. It's not just about, okay, the anthem or the flag and what's going to happen during that ceremony. It's let's get proactive and carve out space, carve out energy, carve out time right now, not waiting till September kickoff to make sure that these voices are clearly heard. Now, my second one.
I don't know what any of that means. I mean, I get what he's saying in terms of it's not about the anthem and what we're going to do at that time.
Right.
We got to carve out stuff. I would like to see more coaches and GMs of color. I think right now they only have 2
Wow.
coaches and I think 1 GM.
Wow.
Maybe 2 max, but but there's 32 teams. So out of 32, you only got 2 of color.
Damn.
I don't think any, and I think there's 3 because I think they just hired, I think, their first Hispanic. And usually those coaches of color, they don't get chances to have losing seasons, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then go to another team. Like, you know how many losing coaches the Giants have taken on? Like,
Yes.
oh, yeah, he had a shitty season with the other team. Yeah, but we hired him because he's great for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
why?
Yeah. So it's like that kind of situation, man. Like, I don't know.
That's crazy. That's
And frankly, I don't know if our coaches have been losers. They've been losers when they got to us. But either way, it's 2 out of 32.
it's almost as hard as being president.
Half the team is black.
Yeah.
Half the players of the league are black.
Yeah.
More than half. But only 2 out of 32 leaders, coaches are black.
That's crazy.
You know, and there was a time where, you know, there was only 2 black quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like can we expedite that?
Yes.
You know what I mean? In fact, what's holding back the owners? Let's get 40 teams. There's only 32. That means y'all can squeeze out 8 more teams.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get some black owners?
I know, right? There's always room for more.
Yeah. Why we don't have 40 teams? Why we don't have? Or fuck it. Even if we don't want to go with 40, can we get 32? Can we get 38? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
We'll start small.
Yeah, we'll start small. 36. Give us 36, bro. That's just 4 more teams. Because you just can't give us 2 more.
No.
No, because then those going to be the black teams.
Exactly.
The black
Uh-huh.
NFC and the black AFC
Yep.
teams. Nah. We need at least 4. 4. Can we get? Surely there are 4 billionaires of color
Yeah.
that would love to get some NFL money, bro.
Exactly.
I'm sure there are 4 cities that would love to get some NFL going.
Yep.
And I'm sure that the league, there's some TV networks that would love to have some more, you know.
Yep.
Whatever the situation is, there's somebody that would love to get involved with it. So why you ain't doing it?
I mean, yeah. It's just make some teams.
Make some teams. Is it a good old
It's
boy
not
kind
like
of thing?
printing money where you can't. You know what I mean?
Hell, they put money in Freshville.
Well, that's Freshville. I'm talking about here.
Just make some fucking teams. You own the league. Make some teams.
Make some teams.
It wasn't always 32.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, so if nobody wants to sell their team to somebody of color, just make some more teams.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It's whatever.
You know?
It's like whatever.
Jay-Z, you want a team, Jay-Z? Let's go.
Yeah, you want a football team?
P.
I mean,
Diddy,
to
like-
go with your basketball team?
Like, let's go. Let's go. Kanye, Oprah, all the names that people gonna call.
Yep.
You want one? I hear there's space for some teams.
Exactly. Bill Gates?
So I don't know if that's what he was talking about, inner or whatever, internally and externally. But ultimately, right now,
Inward and outward.
can you let a motherfucker kneel during the flag and he not be threatened with losing his job,
Exactly.
losing his position on the team?
Yep.
Can you just start with? Can you do that? I'm not even saying start with that. I'm saying just say it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be the start. It just doesn't have to be an issue anymore. Just let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Exactly.
Isn't that the song?
Let it go. Which one? The Frozen song?
Frozen song.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you sing? Let it go. Let it
Let
go.
it go.
Let it go. Let it.
Let it
go.
It's Let It Snow.
Oh,
Right? Isn't it Let It Snow or Let It Go?
No, I think it's Let It Go.
Oh man, it's harder when you don't have kids. I didn't watch the movie.
Let It Snow is the Boys II Men jam. Let it snow. No.
Is to the Players Coalition
I think I confused them.
itself. Black Lives Matter as well. As we outwardly want to push and protest and have policy change and make sure that lands in the proper place and has tremendous impact and effect, I want us to also make sure we address our own backyard in terms of work, in terms of service, in terms of changing that paradigm and those core values in our neighborhoods that we represent. No longer can we devalue what's happening in our own neighborhoods by protesting what's happening to us from the outside forces. Just lost a teammate this weekend, Rashae Caldwell. It's happened countless amount of times. I'm a guy who has a resume that has seen so much of this self-inflicted violence. And I'm not going to stop the energy that is going to change policy, change protests, and support Black Lives Matter. But I want to make sure we don't face the resistance. And I'm hearing a lot of that resistance from people who are saying, hey, put some of that energy in terms of what you're doing towards your own community.
And today is your job. And tomorrow, whatever, to say, fuck you, fuck off, fuck off. When I say, hey, stop killing my people, your response is either, okay, or no, I'm going to keep killing your people. It's not, well, what about your people killing you? That has nothing to fucking do with you killing my people.
Right.
You can't
Or
be
what
like,
I'm asking you to do.
You can't be like, well, we can't bitch about people who's killing us from the outside if we're killing ourselves from the inside. Yes, you can.
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Yes, you can. There are two
Two separate battles.
Two separate issues.
Yep.
If we want to protest the gangs and the criminals or whatever it is that we want to protest, then by all means go do it. March. Get your march on.
Yep.
But I don't know if I've seen a protest for. I've seen songs. I've heard self-destruction, but I don't know if I've seen a march for inner city violence.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that they haven't happened. It'd be great if anybody could shoot me a link. But generally, you protest because you do that march and stuff because usually your government that's fucking with you.
Yeah.
You need to show your government that, yo, enough. So nobody ain't gonna get in the streets and march down their streets and show the world that, hey, our streets suck, and we here to let everybody know our streets suck.
Yeah.
And we're going to, what you gonna do is sit in around the drug dealer's house?
I know. I was just gonna say, where do you go?
Like sometimes that
you gotta march to where?
Yeah, sometimes that drug dealer is helping out the hood. You know what I mean? Sometimes they hurting the hood. Sometimes they helping out the hood. You know what I mean? Like it's. But regardless of what's going on in that hood, and once again, bringing it back to the libertarians. That's what they love. That's why this defund the police shit should be great for them.
Yeah.
Because they want to be able to take care of their own. Mm-hmm. You hear all the time, like, what happens in his house is what happens in his house.
Yep.
It don't go out. So you can't fuck that resistance. It's our job to run through that resistance.
Right.
That resistance has always been there. Prior to that resistance, it was, well, y'all not educated. Well, y'all on drugs. Well, y'all used to be slaves. Well, y'all just subhuman. It's always going to be a but.
Yep.
Fuck. There's white on white crime. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. Like, there's suburban on suburban crime.
Absolutely.
There's suburban drug addicts. There's fucking, the opioid,
Oh yeah.
crisis and all that shit and pill popping crisis. That shit is more suburban than fucking hood.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're not gonna be like, hey guys, Black Lives Matter. Can you stop, with the police brutality? Well, what about what you guys do in your hood? We're not gonna respond back with, well, what about what you guys do in your hood? Mm-hmm. No, we just need you guys to stop killing us right now, and then we can discuss what we do in our hood, and we can discuss what you do in your hood.
Exactly.
But right now, stop killing us, bro.
Stop killing us, so then
stop killing us, bro.
We can go back inside and
and
what's
fix
going on here.
What's going on here. Exactly. Because I'm trying to tell these people in here to stop killing each other, and they're like, well, what difference does it make? They're going to come and kill us anyway. Mm-hmm. So I might as well get this money. I might as well be the man here.
Yep.
If I can't leave.
It's a survival of the fittest type thing.
If they got us boxed in with their fucking 3 precincts and I can't leave, I might as well be the man.
Yep.
I might as well be the big fish in the small pond.
Issue challenge. I never grew up with brothers, LeVar. I had 4 uncles. 3 of them lost to the streets and violence. So when I hear the statistics that say police brutality under 1% and the statistics of black on black violence over 90% in terms of killings, I want everyone to know that I'm not a sellout. I'm not a coon. But I do fear for my life in my own neighborhoods, as well as I fear when a policeman pulls me over.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same fucking here. Like, Captain Obvious. Like, don't get me wrong. When I first got this clip, I got this clip mainly for that little passage right there because I was feeling them. And I was kind of going to be like, yeah, I do feel the same. I feel the same way, and I hope people do take that into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I thought about it, it was, nah, bro. If you're going to use that energy for anything, you don't use that energy to help the motherfucker that you're trying to get stop killing you to help make their argument.
Yeah.
No. If you want to make an argument, then a better argument is a more inclusive one, which is, hey, in the black community, there are sub-communities that get shitted on by the dominant community. In the black community, just like most communities, the macho male, just like in the Latin community, macho male, whatever the fuck, dominates. So the gay and lesbian, you know, like we were saying before, the pride community, because I just can't fucking say all that bullshit. I just can't. No disrespect, no rag. But I just, I'm doing a riff, and it's the pride community, and frankly, I like that even better. I like the flag. Think of the flag when I mention it. So that community gets shitted on.
Yeah.
Those people, not only do they have to deal with cops, they got to deal with just walking out their own goddamn house, getting preyed upon by some asshole that probably want to smash.
It is so much more than just being a color.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're getting the heat from their own color.
Yep.
Regardless of where you could be Latino.
Yep.
Gay Latino's getting heat from his own people.
You can be getting hate from your own family.
Getting hate from your own family, exactly. So it's going to be really hard in that sense to be like, because that sense is hate. When you lose somebody to violence in the streets, I don't know that situation. I don't know if his uncles were in the streets. I don't know if they were innocent bystanders. I don't know if it was money. Even a beef is usually about respect.
Yeah.
You didn't show me my proper status respect.
Mm-hmm.
But when a motherfucker hate on somebody in the pride community, they hate that motherfucker.
Yeah.
They hate, even they are closet attracted to that motherfucker. They hate them.
Yep.
And they blame them for however they feel. And the results of why they feel that way.
Right.
The shame of why they feel that way. They blame that person. And I'm sure the stories are endless, and the color of the person in that story is irrelevant. And that comes from mothers, that comes from fathers, from brothers, from friends, from whatever. And that's not even built around any myths, any fables.
Yeah.
There's no fables out there that gay people are inferior, or that they're gonna fucking eat your children.
Exactly.
Or that they spread disease or anything. There's no fables out there like they are of people of color, that they got smaller brains, they got holes in the back of their head and shit. That,
I never heard that one.
From Django.
Oh, okay.
You'd be like, I never heard. I'm like, yeah, cut it out.
Like holes in the back of their heads.
Yeah, I think they had like little something in their brain. I don't remember the break, but whatever the fuck. Like back when they were trying to make a scientific reasoning for black people being inferior.
Right.
There was all kinds of myths. Just like the Confederacy. Oh, Lee was this beautiful Christian man. Well, There ain't no fifths or mabels out there about the pride community being bad or subhuman.
Right.
Motherfuckers hate them because they fucking hate them.
Yeah.
The only fable is that they supposed to burn in hell. Well, if they supposed to burn in hell, why are you hating them now?
Right.
Let them burn in hell. Love them now and let them burn in hell when they get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there something that says you're gonna burn in hell for liking them?
Exactly. Because if not, yeah, just let them take their fate.
Yeah, because you get to like everybody else. You get to like the murderer, the rapist, the drug dealer, the sex trafficker, the groper. You get to
Right.
like all those things, and some of those traits are even electable for president.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Their qualities.
Yeah, some of those even qualities for president, but gay is not. Like, come on, bro. So that's where I'm saying, like violence in the hood takes place for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that violence in the hood takes place. Look, everybody makes a choice to do something violent.
Right.
But what leads you to that fork in the road, it could be violence that led you to that fork in the road.
Right.
And now you just going down Violent Boulevard, and every intersection you get to is I go left, there's violence. Go right, there's violence. If
Right.
you're going straight, there's violence. You know what I'm saying? Where you should have got off Violence Boulevard way back at,
Yeah.
let me leave this nigga alone Avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you just went down Chill Street,
That's right.
then,
You would have been fine.
then maybe you'd been less likely to find violence.
Mm-hmm.
I know it isn't that basic, but I just TMC for JM did up. You know, TMCism.
TMCism. T for jaded.
Yeah, so yeah. So that's that. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think his heart is in the right place, so I don't think he's Whitlocking, and I don't think he's a coon or a sellout.
No.
I don't think he's a coon or a sellout, and he does have a point, but that point that is one of those separate but equal points. It is kind of separate but equal depending on your perspective.
No, when he's
And the reason why I say depending on your perspective is because oh, no, you go ahead, say your thing.
no, finish.
Well, I'm gonna say depending on your perspective, because if I'm talking to Jason Whitlock, I'm not Jason Whitlock, sorry, Marcellus Wiley, and we both, I know where he's coming from. I know where he's coming from. I am as invested in black on black crime and police brutality as he is. So I feel him. So there's always a time and place for he and I to have that conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't need to have that conversation where the motherfucker that's not invested in it. And when I am talking to somebody who isn't invested in, if I am talking to somebody, say, hey, police brutality need to stop. And they be like, what about black and black crime?
Mm-hmm.
And they are not as invested in black and black crime as I am, then I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You're not even invested in this. Why are you even bringing it up? Why are you making that an equal issue?
Right.
An inclusive and equal issue. It's not even a separate but equal issue for you. It shouldn't even be an issue for you. If you're not in the hood, if you're not in the ghetto, you don't know what the fuck's going on in the ghetto. So you just stay the fuck out of the ghetto. And you're less likely to get killed in the ghetto. So why are you commenting on ghetto shit when I'm like, look, cops need to stop killing people in the ghetto? Or are you just trying to change the narrative? And if that's the case, then I'm sorry, but I can't help you out. And if you want to, Marcus, feel free. But
Or Marcellus.
yeah, I was calling Marcus Wiley.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what?
You're Marcus for short.
Mark. No, I don't want to disrespect you. I'm just calling you Wiley. I like calling you Wiley anyway, so fuck it. Sorry, bro. Don't call me out your show. I doubt you will, but it's all good.
We need to address both as well. My last challenge is to everyone else, the fans, the citizens, people who are sitting there safely saying, oh, you're talking about the NFL and you're talking about players. You're not talking about me. Oh, yes, I am. I want to let everybody know about the 3 T's. Time, talent, treasure. No matter what the initiative is, if it's racism, underprivileged kids, underserved communities, Me Too movement, bullying, whatever it is, everyone has to give the 3 T's. You got to give your time, you got to give your talent, you got to give your treasure. Because it's not good enough to not be the problem. That was a mistake by many that a lot are now apologizing for.
Exactly. In a nutshell. Everybody at a point was, hey, I'm not part of the problem. It's not my problem. I didn't do anything. That's why you getting motherfuckers that feeling a little butt hurt talking about why should I apologize for something that happened 300 years ago. And it's like, it didn't happen 300 years ago. It never stopped.
Exactly.
It
Still
never
going
stopped.
on.
It's still going. It's still going. If you live long enough, say you got an abusive parent. If you live long enough with that parent, eventually he won't be here to slap the shit out of you anymore.
Yeah.
He'll probably still talk shit about you. Or she, or whatever. You know, they'll probably still drink. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And show their ass. But they can't beat you up anymore.
That's right.
You're strong enough. Fuck them up.
You could take them.
But the abuse is still happening. And at some point, you have to be like, look, can we stop the abuse?
Mm-hmm.
One way or another. One way could be, hey, I need you to understand that this abuse is destructive
Yeah.
to the unit. You know what I'm saying? We need for you to understand that we all matter up in here, that I matter. You can't treat me this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, you know, and that person, that father could be like, you know what, you're right, because one day I'm going to need you. One day I need you now. And if we work together, and if you matter and I matter, then we can be that awesome ass place that we like to tell motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because right now we be on some capping type shit. You know what I mean? we the best country and we excellent, but why? How?
Yeah.
Why? How?
What makes us?
Because it's so expensive to live here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
It
really
doesn't make things excellent.
Yeah. Do you really get what you pay for here? You know what I mean? Like it seems like inflation is here like a motherfucker. If you ain't happy, then there's inflation.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's expensive to work to live here, and it's customary you only get 1 week fucking vacation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dumbest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing motherfuckers will be able to enjoy working for T4J. Like, that is something that, ain't no 1 week vacation. I ain't gonna say on the air what it is, but no.
But it's curated.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Our vacations.
It's curated.
It's curated to fit T4J.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was nice. Phrase.
Curated.
Yeah. But in the way you used it right there, I like that.
Thank you.
Kind of threw me off at first. I'm like, and I still think you was showing out, but I kind of like it when you flex your vocab. I learned stuff.
Stop! You're gonna make me blush.
So yeah, I forgot the point that we were on, but ultimately, one thing that I do want to, the point I was on is that, you know, we all have to matter. I have to matter. And if my abusive parent doesn't see that, then eventually I have to, and I can't leave. I'm regulated to this house. It's too expensive to leave. It's too important to not stay.
Yeah.
And at that point, maybe at some point it boils over and I have to kick his ass. You know, there's been many situations where a son had to kick his father's ass. You know what I'm saying? And we're not saying that that's what's going to happen. We're not even saying that's even possible. But eventually, I have to matter. Or you can't matter. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're getting at in this situation is Black lives have to matter. That's
right.
What all that shit boils down to. But there has been some cool things. There have been some cool things coming out of it.
We need cool things.
In the UK, there's this picture of, I guess there was a protest.
Yes.
The racism crowd versus the anti-racism crowd. Racism crowd.
Racism crowd.
And I guess somebody in the racism crowd got surrounded by the anti-racism crowd. My assumption is they all pro whoop a motherfucker's ass.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking yeah.
Because the dude started getting fucked up, I guess. Well, this black dude in the anti-racism crowd, him and his friends surround the guy, scoop him up, and carry him out of the crowd, and protect him and carry him over to the cops.
Okay.
And there's been examples of that happening all over the world.
Oh, wow.
You know, of people protecting even the ones that they're protesting against.
Yeah.
And, you know, ultimately, that's what it all comes down to.
Right.
Being the solution, being the answer to the question of how can we get beyond this.
Yes.
Black lives does matter. And if it's even a question, then that's the problem. The answer is to not make it a question anymore.
Mm-hmm.
To just say it. Fucking say it. Don't question it. Say it. And then, you know.
Yeah.
And then we can grow. Thanks for watching. And to see more T4J content, please visit TMC4JMC.com. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff because we appreciate your support. All right? Peace. Cool.